Hey, Sarah, I wanted to share a story with you that happened this week. It was interesting. I had a meeting with a participant, and we were talking about the power of 1% and how it could help him be a 401k superhero. But first, let me ask you a question.
So the real question is, how do you, as a 401k or 403b participant, become a 401k superhero to your future self? Well, that is the question, and these videos will give you the answers. Welcome to the Becoming a 401k Superhero videos.
So here's the thing. I was actually having a conversation with a participant this week, and he was in his 30s, and what was interesting is he asked me a question. He said, Jonathan, what's the one thing I can do, right, that makes the biggest impact in saving for retirement? And it's interesting. I get that question a lot, and people often think, picking investments or being more aggressive or changing their investment allocation. And sometimes people want to chase investments, but actually what I talked to them about wasn't anything about investments. It was just making small 1% increases in what he saves for retirement. It's interesting. The making small 1% increases is a way bigger impact even than chasing investments. And so here's what was cool. Actually, I pulled out my financial calculator. I'm a nerd, so I got to keep all these silly calculators, right? I pulled out my financial calculator and I showed him that if he made a 1% increase, just a 1% increase in what he's saving for retirement, for every 1% that he puts away, it was like $150,000 at retirement.
Wow.
I mean, think about that, right? And so then I actually quantified the number for him based on a salary. 1% was going to cost him like $8.65.
Wow.
Think about that for a second, right? For every $8.65 that he put away was an extra $150,000 at retirement. And so then I said, what about this? What if you went up by 1% this year, right? 1% next year, that's $300,000. 1% the next year. If you did it for 5 years, it was like almost $750,000 more dollars that he'd have for retirement.
It's a huge difference.
That's a big impact. I don't think you could increase your 401k savings by $750,000 just by chasing investments alone, right? No. It's that power of 1%. And so as we started looking at this, the one thing that he talked about is he said, Jonathan, what would I need to do to actually be able to retire early? Right? And so we started doing some calculations, and what he decided to do is he decided instead of doing 1%, he would do 2% a year, right? Think about that. It's only $16, right? Now, if you did 2%, remember the same math, if 1% a year for 5 years was like $750,000, then hypothetically, you would think 2% a year for 5 years would be close to $1.5 million more at retirement, right? And so now he's looking at this, and his goal is to actually be able to retire early just by using the power of, instead of 1%, the power of 2%, right? So that's the thing. I think anybody could actually use this little strategy to have an early retirement and become a 401k superhero to their future self.
Yeah, Jonathan, I could not agree more. I've always said, you can't invest your way to retirement. You have to save your way to retirement. So, hey guys, if you're interested in what the power of 1% could look like for your retirement, and you want to get out that financial calculator with a member of our team at SRP and see what that impact could be for your paycheck today, but also for your future down the road, click on the link below to schedule a consultation with a member of our team, and we'd love to go through this exercise with you and make sure you're doing your best to save yourself to retirement and become a 401k superhero.